Welcome to the Oak and Rope Company workshop and studio. This is our home. It all started when I wanted a special present for a friend. I went to my workshop with the view of making something unique and meaningful. And after a few hours playing around with a beautiful piece of oak I had and some rope, I managed to make a fairly large garden swing with the name of their house hand carved on the front. It's really hard buying presents for people. Ideally you want to give them something that's personal to them, something that's unique yet practical, and something they haven't thought of themselves. And when you find that perfect present, not only are they going to love it, but it will give you a great feeling that makes it worth that extra effort. So we know that everything that leaves our workshop is an heirloom of the future and something that will be passed on to the next generation. So everything has to be perfect. I think of them as classics with a twist, something meaningful but with a wow factor. And this all comes together in using the best materials that are possible, doing as little to it as possible, but really maintaining the beauty in the natural products that we are lucky enough to work with. The simplicity and the functionality of all my designs really come from my Scandinavian roots, I think, where when I was only 6 years old, my parents built their own house and I was able to see firsthand how you put things together using traditional skills and how that becomes part of your life going forward. So coming up with ideas for new products is a non-stop evolution. I take my inspiration mostly from my life as I live it. So as my children were growing taller and taller and I was worried about how to keep track of this, I designed a height chart that now already has become part of our family history, and it's something that will stay with us for a long time, and it will hopefully go on to their children to be measured against. When you work in that way, I find that it inspires other people to come up with suggestions for what we make. And one tea time when my son was enjoying some egg and soldiers and I gave him a piece of toast on a board, he immediately looked at me and said, "Mama, why don't you put a hole in the corner here so my egg can go on the same board?" And we went out in the workshop, did it that afternoon, and as a result I now have to pay him commission every time we sell one of those egg and soldier boards. Another example of how we've created new products is when my daughter wanted a notice board for her room, and we were looking around and we didn't find anything that we liked. So we made it, and now our notice board is one of our best sellers. I love the fact that the things we make here become part of people's family traditions. So whether it's the carving board that's the center of your Sunday lunch times, or whether it's the child's memories of being pushed on a swing by a parent.